In this video, I'm going to answer the question, why comics are better than movies, to prove why reading a story is a superior experience to watching a story play out on screen. So then, let me tell you why comics are better than movies. Comics are a medium of visual storytelling that blends text and image. Unlike movies, which have strict boundaries between the two, comics are more fluid and require readers to see the text in order to understand it. This can create a sense of depth and mystery that films just can't match. In fact, comics have become so popular that they've even reached the big screen. Comics are a popular way for kids to get their reading fix. They're easier to read than traditional books, which can make them appealing to kids who might otherwise have difficulty learning how to read. They are also a great way to teach kids important life lessons, such as perseverance and resilience. In addition to being easier to read, comics are a great way to improve visual literacy. This is because comics often involve a lot of visual cues that help readers understand the story. These include characters sighing, door slams, and other signs of emotion. This can help children develop better reading skills and boost their confidence in their abilities to read. They are also a good way to learn about different parts of the world. This can be particularly beneficial for kids who are interested in traveling or studying a new culture. Many comics are adapted to events that have happened in history, which can help kids better understand current events and topics they are learning about in school. For example, comics were used during World War II to tell the stories of American soldiers who had been sent to war. Likewise, comics were used in the aftermath of the 2001 terrorist attacks to offer solace for victims. Another benefit of comics is that they are a great way to help kids develop empathy. These books focus more on conversations between characters than they do on action or other types of plots, which can help kids develop their ability to understand other people's emotions and motivations. These comics can also be a great way to teach young children about social issues, such as discrimination and racism. They can also be used to discuss sexuality issues and other sensitive topics. Finally, comics are a great way to boost your child's self-esteem. Comics often feature characters who look like them, which can increase their sense of self-worth and inspire them to strive for a better life. While comics are often viewed as inferior to traditional novels, they are actually more beneficial than most people think. They are a great way to teach young readers how to process text and images, and they are a fun way to spend time with your child. In today's age of social media and a culture that encourages a me-first mentality, it can be hard to find time to engage in real-life relationships. However, reading comics can be a great way to reduce loneliness and make you feel connected with others. The world of comics is filled with a wide range of genres and themes. These include superheroes, fairy tales, and fantasy, and are suitable for all ages and interests. They can be enjoyed by adults and kids alike, and are a great way to unwind after a long day. They also help us to learn about morals and differentiating right from wrong. This is essential for children and adults to do well in life. Many issues that we face in our daily lives fall into a gray area, and learning to identify what's right and wrong can be difficult. When you read a comic book, you're not only engaging with a story that has been created specifically for you, you're also getting involved in a community of readers and creators. This can be very beneficial for those who want to develop their creative skills, as it can encourage them to express themselves in a way that they have never before. It can also help them become better readers. The visuals of a comic are usually very easy to read, And there are lots of visual and text cues that can assist struggling readers in understanding what they are reading. The comics are also often written in simple language, which helps students to develop their reading skills. This can be helpful for students with dyslexia and other reading disabilities. It will allow them to understand what they are reading without relying on vocabulary that they might not understand. There are also plenty of educational benefits for reading comics, as it will develop their reading and writing skills, which can be useful in academic environments. They can also be used to teach reading and comprehension, as well as explain a process or a concept. In addition to these, comics are also a great way for readers to escape from reality and experience other worlds and times. This is especially helpful for those who are feeling lonely or stressed, as it can be a great way to relax and unwind. While they are similar in some ways, comics and movies are very different in others. For example, comics are based on a sequence of panels, which contain imagery, text, and other visual information. The reader puts the pieces of these panels together mentally to create a story. This makes comics more creative than other art forms like novels or films. They are also more immersive, allowing readers to escape from their reality for a while and lose themselves in the story. One of the most important aspects of storytelling is a well-developed character. This means that the writer must know their characters and what drives them in order to tell their story effectively. It's also important to have a strong plot. It's also important to consider how the audience will receive and digest the information. This can be done by using style, layout, word building, and color selection. Another important aspect of storytelling is dialogue. It's important for comic writers to make sure that their words are clear, concise, and interesting. They also need to consider the emotions of their characters and how they interact with each other. The amount of space that a writer has to work with in a comic can be very limited. This can be a great challenge, but it also gives them the opportunity to make their stories more exciting and memorable. Many artists who create comics do so because they love drawing human figures. They often collect and study the comics of their favorite artists to learn new techniques and improve their skills. They are also very creative because they have to make sure that their story has a clear and compelling premise, and that it has a well-developed plot and characters. This can be very difficult, but it's crucial for a comic to have a good foundation before it can grow into something amazing. This is why a lot of people who break into the comics world will start out by doing small 4-page or 6-page stories that are kind of backups. They learn their craft with comics before they try to write something bigger. And they have a lot more confidence in their ability to do that because they've done those smaller ones. Comics are a fantastic way to immerse yourself in stories. They can be as immersive as movies, allowing you to feel like you're in a world of your own. Comic books have been around for decades, and they've become a mainstay in popular literature. They've helped shape our view of women, LGBT people, and other social issues. They are also a great way to learn about story and character development. This makes them a great resource for film students and anyone looking to get into the movie industry. The comic medium has a number of unique characteristics that make it more immersive than movies. For example, comics are often drawn in pencil, which helps to highlight the emotions and actions of a character. It can also help to give the reader an idea of the size of the character and how they interact with their environment. Another unique thing about comics is that they are able to move at the pace of the reader. This is important because it means that you can easily pause, back up, or go forward in your reading. This is especially useful for plot points that need to be explained or revealed to the audience. This can allow you to spend more time analyzing the plot of the comic, and it can also help you to develop your own understanding of the characters and their relationships. This can be particularly helpful if you're writing a story that has many different characters. You can easily see how comics have shaped the movies we know today, and that they've helped to rehabilitate the film industry during a time when cinemas faced financial problems. This is why so many Hollywood superhero movies are based on comic book characters, and it's why so many films feature special effects that were originally designed for comics. Comics are an incredible medium that's been used to tell all kinds of stories, and they've been adapted into everything from musicals to post-apocalyptic survival dramas. They've helped to create all sorts of genres, and they've also influenced some of the best films we've seen. I hope you enjoyed this video answering the question, why comics are better than movies. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to this channel.